Dear Diary, today I take the next step in being an ADHD life coach at Indigo Hub. I can't believe it's happening. I want to build, create, and discover a place for us to truly be ourselves. I think this journey will be the Indigo Diaries. Dear Diary, welcome to the Indigo Diaries, and welcome to our exciting new series, Series 3, The World Through Our Eyes, with me, Natasha Hickling. The Indigo Diaries is a podcast for those who want to learn about ADHD through others' experiences. So this week will be the first Top Eye session. So what's Top Eyes? What does that mean? And it basically means top information sessions. It does relate to my blog called Indy's Diaries. Well, Indy, my character, Indy's Diaries. And Top Eye means kind of top information or top Indy's tips. Okay. This is a very short, sweet, practical and adaptable session. Everything in You Hear You can really be adapted for you because guess what? Everyone with ADHD is 100% different. So that's why I wanted to make these adaptable. So let's get started because I only have 5 minutes. So my first question that I get a lot is, how do I describe my ADHD brain to other people? Well, it's hard because especially when, first you may not know how a person may respond. You may not know if you're safe with that person to be able to display what you're thinking. And you may not be ready to display that sort of information to people. But also, you may not know kind of what your ADHD feels like to you. Because like I said, it feels different for every person. So then the whole complication of how do I tell someone? What do I say? How they're going to react, how they're going to respond. And it really comes up to, how do you tell someone something that they cannot see or they may have not experienced themselves? And that's where this comes in. And these are my kind of top eyes to describing your ADHD your way. So, number 1, don't look at your diagnosis. Look around in your world. What do you experience? How does your ADHD show up? What is it like for you? Don't just look at that diagnosis. Really look at your experience with your own ADHD. 2, think about how your ADHD feels like. What does it feel like to you? How would you describe what it feels like? How does it show up in every day? What's it feel like? What is the emotion behind it? 3, from those 2 questions, draw and write keywords down to really capture what you think your ADHD feels like and it shows up in your world. Capture those ideas down so you don't forget. 4, come up with a tagline, an expression or analogy. Okay, an expression or an analogy that you can use with other people, something that you can really, really use. A tagline is a short couple of sentences about what your ADHD might be like for you. An expression or an analogy, using visuals behind it, metaphors to really help people visualize what it may be like for you because they're not experiencing it. And the last one, number 5, once you have a way to describe your ADHD brain, then guess what? Own it. Yes, this is how my ADHD brain is. This is what it's like for me. And own it. Feel powerful with that. And remember it, learn it, write it down, take it around with you until you feel more confident in expressing it. And then once it's out there, it's out there. And then you've got that. So when anyone ever asks you, you've got ADHD, what's that like? You've got that explanation so you don't need to panic. You've got it. It's relatable and it's yours. Okay? You make it yours. And that's my 5 top tips of how to come up with your own description of your ADHD brain. And here's mine. My ADHD is like a constant roller coaster, many ups, many downs. The battles of ups and downs are rapid, extreme, and persistent. It's as though someone is controlling the roller coaster that is my life. But without the downs, there would never be ups. So my question to finish this top ice session is, how would you describe your ADHD brain in your own way? Join us next week where we'll dive in deep in starting a conversation episode with an extract from someone with ADHD. If you're interested in coming on as a guest for Pick My Brain sessions, have questions, dilemmas, or want to share your experience, or you would like advice on, or want to come on series 1, then please reach out to our social media avenues and email. My little encouragement of the week is this. If you can't find a way, create one. Create your own. Why not? I hope you come back, learn, listen, and experience the world through not my eyes, our eyes. Have an amazing week, everyone. And we're out. Dear Diary, as Indigo Hub's process goes on, it makes me stop and wonder, could there be more for us? More light, more experience, and more ways to see the world through our own eyes? I think this journey will be... Shh.